So if you've been purchasing Oner Active or you've been trying to become a client, then you probably know about all this drama on every launch that they have. No one can get their stuff. I actually talked about it a little bit on the last drop that I bought from them. There was also a lot of soft motion items. If you haven't watched it, I think it's like my last video on this channel. And I'm gonna talk about a little bit about that because everyone is upset. I'm upset too. I think me as like a gold member of their website right now, it basically doesn't really mean anything anymore because we haven't had any like early access in some time, at least the drops that I wanted to purchase. But I also understand know a little bit because I follow Christicella on her Instagram, so I've listened to her side as well and the side of the company. I'll talk a little bit about that. So I also purchased their last drop, the one that they just launched with the ruby red and the espresso brown. I did buy some items, so I'll also do like a quick try on haul. But first, let's talk about what's been going on their website. And every launch that they have is such a big chaos. Like, listen, every launch is in a really like inconvenient time for me, unless I have the early access, the 4-hour early access with the gold membership. If I have that access, then it's a great time because I can purchase, I think, from 8 p.m. here in Hong Kong. If I don't have, then I have to wait until midnight. So I'm usually like already like so tired and sleepy because by 11 I'm like, oh, I really wish it were just 1 hour earlier because at 11 would be also a great time because I'm usually up until that late. But midnight starts to stretch a little bit. Like midnight, I wish I was already in bed and sleepy. So every time there's a launch that I really want something, I have to stay until midnight. Last time, not this time now, but the one before, the one that I already made the video, I stayed until that late and then the website crashed and no one could really open the new releases area. I went on the comments on the Oner Instagram and some girl taught me her trick that you click on the item, because I could still open the home screen. I would click on the item, pick the color, whatever, because you can change the color there on the page of the item, and then you scroll down a little bit, they would have a section complete the look, and in that section they will show like some of the items that were released on the same collection that would go together with whatever you're buying. That's how I ended up being able to purchase everything I wanted. So that's what saved me last time. This time, I waited until midnight, I opened the website, refreshed, and the website was working perfectly. In like 3 minutes, it's 12:03. I had all of my items in the cart. I had 6 items in the cart, or ruby red and for espresso brown. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm good to go. Like these are the ones that I really wanted. But I was like, the website is pretty smooth, like everything is doing well. Let me see if I want anything else. So I scrolled down a little bit. By the time I scrolled down, like 2 seconds later, my cart went from, with 6 items, it went down to 3 items. So I was like, wait, there's something wrong here. I refreshed. When I refreshed and I opened my cart, I saw that 3 of the items I wanted sold out already. That was like 3 minutes in. So I kept going back, and there's a minimum $200 for free shipping, and I was really close. I was like 191. I was like, okay, let me just get the $200. I would just buy like 4 items and that's fine. I just want to get these items that I really want. Added to my cart, try to check out, another item would sell out. So I kept to have like going back and adding more stuff, and then by the time I tried to check out, another thing would sell out on my size or on my length. So that was like complete chaos. Really hope that Oner updates their system to like the shopping cart that will hold it for you for like 10-15 minutes, like other shops, like so many shops do that. I think everyone would really appreciate, because we were there like counting the seconds and I had everything in my cart, so I just needed them to be secure there. Even if it's 5 minutes, 5 minutes will make such a big difference. At the end, I was very sad because I couldn't get any top. No top in ruby red, no top in brown. Everything was sell out on small 1210. I purchased, I only got 3 items. Everything was espresso brown. I got the fold over shorts, the leggings, and the straight leg pants. But the straight leg pants, because it kept selling out on everything on my length, on my size, everything, I had to go with short length, which is my length, but a medium size. So I sized up 1. So I'm hoping that because they adjusted the waistband and it's a little bit more compressive, like you have a little bit more, I wouldn't say even compression, I would say, I guess it's just like a little bit more of a hold on your body. After that, I went to Oner Active's Instagram, and of course I was already expecting that. A lot of hate going on them, and on their last post was the post announcing that they had launched, right? It was live. So the post actually has like 6,000 likes and 1,500 comments, which is not a great sign, because usually their posts here I'm looking is like 180, less than 200 comments, and this one announcing the live, it has 1,500, right? So a lot of people got upset. Last launch was the same thing. Example, top comment, someone is saying, I'm not gonna give their names because I don't know if they want to be here, right? But someone said, how after multiple drops has your brand still not managed to increase stock on all items, especially those you know sell out quickly? All your promoters / influencers get all the items or a fair chunk of the items. However, your paying customers are those that want to be, but are always missing out due to lack of stock. People are literally missing sleep to try and get your products, yet we are constantly let down each drop. Everything you guys put out looks stunning. However, I'm yet to be able to purchase any, as everything I like sells out before I can even press checkout. It would be nice if paying customers or those who are trying to be are prioritized for once over the influencers, blah, blah, blah. Oner Active replied them. He said, we hear your frustrations after missing items you want and assure you that we're increasing stock as much as we can each launch, especially for lines like soft motion. Okay, so they give like, they explain themselves. A few things I want to point at this comment, that after multiple drops, your brand still not managed to increase stock on all items. So about the stock on the items that is not increasing, Chrissy Chell already explained that. So I think the first time that they started, not the first time, but like a big one that they had, I think was on the anniversary last year, which was in September. They had like a really big campaign and a really big, like the biggest sale of all times for them or something like that. And Chrissy received a lot of hate because they sold out really fast as well. She already explained that because it's their own fabric, they have to order the amount of items like very in advance. So she said between 6 to 1 year in advance, which is crazy for me that they have to like predict what's gonna happen in 1 year. Like, it's really hard, because even if you have like really good plan and strategy, and like that's crazy, because for me, I have a small business, like very small. I hired my first artist working with me, and even just, you know, just renting this bigger space, that's why you're seeing like a different area here. Just doing that, it's already very stressful. I don't even know, like sometimes I just cry because I'm like, I don't know if I can make this space work. If I knew for sure that in like 6 months, in 1 year, I would have that amount, like the amount of clients space is gonna need to sustain itself, to like pay for itself, like of course I would be like relieved and happy to spend the money. But because you don't know, it's really hard for you. Imagine they like order a big number and don't sell. But also sometimes you already predict a certain number. So let's say every year they've been increasing sales in 100%. So for next year, they'll be like, oh, okay, like next year we'll be increasing 100%, so let's order 100%. But then that year, the brand did very well and they actually grew 200%, you know? How are you gonna know? Like, you were already predicting something really good, like a really good growth, but then you exceeded your expectations. So, and they announced like since last year that they would be already making a really big stock but it would only be ready September this year. So we are like so close. I know a lot of people are angry at the stock thing. I'm upset too. They already said that they can only solve this in September. So if you're getting angry at them and like making bad comments right now, I don't think it's, you know, like they already said they can't do anything right now until September. So all we can do is wait until September, which is like we're almost in August. So I guess just like 1 more month, guys, like stay strong there. Really, like it's not a big deal. I know we all want it, but hopefully the colors they can pick closer to the day so they can add to the stock these colors they're launching now. Yeah, so I don't think they already explained it. That's why I even think like Chrissy probably is receiving a lot of hate. She's being really quiet on her stories. Like at least I didn't see her mentioning or saying anything specifically from this last launch, because she came already so many times to Instagram to stories. They have to order in advance, etc. And I guess some people are not watching that. Just go to the website and buy stuff. I'm here just explaining what they explained to us, why. So another thing that this comment points is, and I see a lot of people pointing, is like, oh, stop giving it to influencer. But Oner Active entire advertisement system is through influencers because they are basically on social media platforms. Also, their influencers, let's say there are 100 influencers of all different sizes and heights and everything. From people that stopped their time to comment was 1,500 people, 100 influencers of different sizes. How much longer would that last on the website when we're all crazy there purchasing? 30 seconds? 1 minute maybe? I know that could be the minute that you needed to check out, but also it's not going to be a huge difference. So from like 1,500 comments, they would have 1,400 comments. One thing that if I was, but like, who are you, right? Like, who are you, Monica, to say this? But I would say like, oh, if I didn't want to get so much hate, maybe if I was Chrissy, I would do like more of a silent drop, not do like this big announcement thing and then only last 5 minutes and then the stock is all gone, right? It's hard, like these items are all like they were talked about a long time, would be really hard to do a silent drop. The day after, like few hours later, they reallocate stock. So later I went back and they actually had small size, short length, straight legs pants. So if later it reallocates and then just one of the items I wanted is back in stock, it's hard for me. I'm not gonna pay like $20 just to get a $40 top, you know what I mean? That's mainly the drama, but I guess we are already at the end, guys. So 1 more month and they'll have like a big stock drop. Also, I understand that they are not bringing the early access now because a lot of people that want to buy stuff would get really frustrated and never trying their stuff. When they open the website, basically a lot of stuff would already be sold out because they opened earlier for the gold members. They've done it before that they wouldn't open the whole stock for the gold members. They would do like a little bit for the gold members and then the rest they would wait for the 4 hours and then launch for everyone. But well, yeah, they are not doing that right now. So now I'm gonna do a quick try on haul. I'm gonna show you what I got. Like I told you, I got basically all brown items, the fold over shorts, the leggings, the high-waisted leggings, and the fold over straight leg pants. And then that was like again $191 or something. So at the end I ended up adding some underwear. So the bra, I really like their bra, it's really nice and comfortable. I have 2 already, so I got another one. They were on sale actually. So I got the moss brown bralette and the moss brown underwear. Try these bottoms and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so the first one is the fold over shorts. And okay, I don't hate this. It's really comfortable. I got a small size. Fold over, you can fold lower if you want like a lower waist shorts. It still looks nice behind. I thought maybe with the fold over it wouldn't look that nice. Or you can also like fold a little bit higher, more like a high waist, like how I would usually wear. And I wonder if this is good for when you're pregnant, right? I mean, just wondering. It's very funny if you don't fold over. These are the high-waisted leggings, and wow, I really like the extra support they put with the extra mesh layer on the top. It feels really nice. It feels a little bit more like, you know, on your body, not just like loose, no, but still very comfortable. Oh, I love this one. It looks really nice. It's so comfortable. Yeah, for sure my new favorite. Logo came in white this time, so quite obvious it's quite big contrast with the brown. Also wear the short lengths on all bottoms because I'm really short. Last one will be the straight leg fold over, which I'm quite excited because I got that one to come to work. Okay, so first thing about these straight legs pants. The thing I think everyone don't like about the straight leg pants is because when you start walking, there's a lot of fabric here on the top, and that's quite annoying. I heard if you size up, that might get a little bit better just because straight part of the legs would start a little bit higher, so that would help not accumulate so much fabric here. This is a short length but a medium size, one size bigger than what I would usually get. So you guys can see that it still accumulates some fabric here, but I feel like even though it accumulates, you have to like pull it down and stuff, it's not as bad as when it's a small size, because it accumulates but not so much. On the small size, they stay like this, like something like this. And then I really have to pull it down. Like here, they accumulate a little bit, but it doesn't even go all the way. And do some squats. It goes all the way here, but honestly, it's better than the other one. Yeah, the length. If you wear like higher shoes, like with platforms or something, or bigger sneakers, and you're 5'1", maybe you can go with like regular length. This is the short length because I only use gym sneakers and flat sandals, stuff like that. I don't really use like any high or platform types of shoes. Yeah, so I'll definitely use it to come to work. I love the new waistband that with the a little bit reinforced waistband. I think from now on, all of the soft motion will have that waistband. Check my other video about the other job that Oner had. About doing videos about other stuff. There's actually a pull-up video that I made like 3 times already, never posted. I might make it a 4th time because the last one I did, I think it was too long. I just want to do like a quick guide of how I got to build my pull-ups. You know, I wanted it to be a little bit quicker, a little bit more dynamic than the one I was editing, so I might do another one, a 4th version. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.